Anytime when you are learning about some field or some study, it is not a distinct study or it is not a distinct discipline, we can say. There always are some other disciplines which are contributing to this our given field or this our given topic. And in case of organizational behavior, these contributing disciplines or contributing topics are going to be four. It is going to be psychology, social psychology, sociology, and anthropology. So let's take a look. We have all of these are some behavioral sciences, and thanks to them we can better understand our organizational behavior science. So all of these have some sort of a contribution, and then there is some unit of analysis. And this, look at it, we have talked in a previous video about 3 levels within the organizational behavior, and that is exactly this our part. So some level, individual, group, or organization as a system. And then out of that there is some output, which is of course going to be our study of organizational behavior. So let's take a look. We have a psychology. By definition, psychology seeks to measure, explain, and sometimes change behavior of humans and other animals. So we are trying to measure, explain, and sometimes change the behavior. And as our organizational behavior is taking care about the behavior, well, psychology is the most relevant topic for us. What I would add here is that previously psychology, when we are talking about organizational behavior, has focused on some, let's say, negative emotions. So psychology studied emotions such as fatigue or let's say boredom or boredom. However, nowadays we are more talking about some positive emotions or some constructive impacts that emotions can have on the organization. So those can be, let's say, we can generally study emotions, or we can focus, for instance, on a training. So training. So thanks to the psychology, we can increase the efficiency of training within our organization. Now let's see. So we have a psychology over here, and you can see there is a list of contributions that the psychology makes for organizational behavior. Starting from learning, then going through emotions, then we have some employee selection, work design, work stress. And as you see, all of them are ending up within individual unit of analysis or individual level. That is quite important for us. Secondly, we have social psychology. This blends concepts from both psychology and sociology to focus on people's influence on one another. So people's influence on one another. So that you can already feel that the social psychology will take care about groups, and we see it over here. Social psychology goes straight over to the groups. And you can see the contributions are quite straightforward. Behavior change, attitude change. So generally we can say that within social psychology, we take care mostly about change when talking about organizational behavior. Thirdly, we have sociology. This studies people in relation to their social environment and culture. Well, what I would immediately add here is that within organizational behavior, we quite a lot talk as well about some organizational structure. And I'm using wrong color, so not only culture, but as well structure. And you will see that in later chapters. Now when we look in this our simple graph, we have sociology, which goes into some group level, which is over here, but as well organization as a system. So here we have already quite a wide perspective. And finally we have anthropology. This is the study of societies to learn about human beings and their activities. Well, maybe it can sound a little bit hairy, but if we write down that anthropology quite often within organizational behavior take cares about some values, or let's say attitudes of people. So attitudes of people, then it starts to make a little bit more of a sense. And now let's see, here we have anthropology, where we have some comparative values, comparative attitudes, cross-cultural analysis. Then we have some organization culture, organizational environment, power. So here we have values and attitudes. Those are two important terms for us. And as you see, it follows for the group level and as well for the organization system level. And now all these disciplines, as they are sort of neighboring to the organizational behavior, are making this sort of a contribution so that finally we have our study of organizational behavior.